Here, uh, I hear an echo. Do you hear it on that end? It's coming from my phone, but I don't know how to stop it. Hmm. My volume's all the way down. Yes.
I don't hear an echo.
You don't hear an echo?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I hear it, right? It's this volume. I got everything down except. Oops.
Is your phone picking your voice up?
Everything is down. Everything is down. I mean, like everything's down. Nope. I don't know why it's doing that. System. Everything is down. Everything's down. If I'm quiet, I still hear it. Do you hear it a lot? Shucks. Do you hear it on your end or is it just on my end?
I mean, the microphone's kind of picking it up, but
It's not on. Okay. Let's see how this working. Is that better? Oh, okay. Let me try this mic and turn that one off. Let's try that. Let's see. I'm trying to get away from my phone. Okay, so for those of you who are watching, I left my laptop at home, so I'm using my phone to kind of somewhat talk, and I'm hoping that the mic don't pick up the echo part, but we'll see how it goes. Um, let's see what I have here. Have you seen that? Want me to send it to you?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. Oh, it's waiting on you. All right. So, Mark, we've got my regular intro. Got to do something for Black History Month. I won't do the blackety black 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 thing or anything like that. Won't do that. Did you get it? It says sent. Okay. Oops. Okay. On radio. On radio. Oops. And what else? I guess that's it. I don't have any black songs this year. I did Left There Revoice and Sing. I did. All right. I guess I won't do any. I guess we could do Charlene. Black. Thank God I'm black. Let's do Charlene. It's the last one for Black History Month. Proud to be black. Black. Why you keep talking about black stuff? Because I'm black.
Why are you here, Jill? Because my friend is blackety black black.
Extra. This month, we're extra. I wonder where the speaker is on that thing. I tried everything. I got everything off, but it still wants
I
to.
have to say, right now, I'm feeling like an Oreo.
You feel like
Black, white, black.
put the headphones on so you can at least hear. No, it's different. Yeah. And slide that microphone down just in case you
Wait,
might
wait,
wanna-
wait. Double stuffed Oreo. Black, white, white, black. That's a double stuffed.
Oh Lord.
See, Mark, you got.
You see, this
got
is
in
what
here
happens
too.
behind the scenes in the studio. You guys don't even know it. This is what Jill Woolbright is. Did you find it for me?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he got it.
Black, thank God I'm black.
I won't take it back.
Proud to be black.
All right, let's pick up a little bit before that, and then we'll just come in the show with that, and then I'll just use my regular breaks. Okay, and then I've got to come up with something for my husband at the end of the show. Okay, I'm ready. Welcome to Today with Pastor Jay, and I am your host, Pastor Geraldine Denny, and I am black. I didn't know if y'all know this or not, but my bestie is here, and she's a non-black person. So we're going to be talking about just race relations within the community and my relationship with her. And it's none other than Jill Woolbright. And I'm still going to call her the Honorable Jill Woolbright, former school board member here, District 1. Jill, I mean, I thought, what's going on here? What you doing back here in Flagler County?
Just where the good Lord sent me today. I don't know.
She came to see me. Don't let her fool you. Don't let her fool
I did
you.
come to see you.
She
I
came
hadn't
to see
seen you
me.
since I think October.
Oh, has it been that long?
Yes, too long.
We,
I actually looked back. I think it's October.
you know what? I think
And we had to go out of the country to
we went
see
out,
each
yeah,
other.
we did. We went out of the country. We had a wonderful time in London and
Backpacking through
through Italy. That was fun.
It was. We need to go again. Where are we going next?
Don't tell me because you know I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. I forget, and it's Black History Month, and I have you here just talking about race relations, and I never thought about race in our relationship. I hadn't really thought about it.
We're just two people.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it. So one funny thing happened for my birthday one year. Jill took me to an event.
Well, then we thought about race. 'Cause
We
it
thought
was
about
in
that.
our face.
It was
or
in
in
our-
your face.
It was in our face. So we were at an event and we're looking around the room. I don't even think we were looking around the room. Jill just turned to me and looked and she said, "I think you're the only Black person here." And I went, "Oh, did I tell you I was the only Black person there?" I couldn't
Yeah,
remember.
you came late.
Oh, I came late.
You came a little bit late, and
Oh,
you came
okay.
in and sat by me, and you kind of like were sitting there, and you were like
Where?
looking around, and then you said,
Yeah.
"Is there anybody else here like me?" I said, "Yeah, there was. She was on the stage earlier."
You did say that, right? That was funny. So after the event, we're standing at the step and repeat, and people were taking pictures, and I was taking pictures, and everybody was all excited. And this one lady came up to me, and she said, "I want to get a picture with you. I want to get a picture with you." And I was, okay, fine, all excited. Well, I realized earlier, prior to that, that the other Black person that was there, or brown person, was Keisha King.
King, yeah.
And she presented at the event and then she was gone. You didn't see her anymore. But I was noticing people were coming up to me all the time going, "Hey, I love what you do." And I'm going, "Me? How did you know about me?" This is what I was thinking, saying, like, "Oh, wow, I'm famous." Yeah.
You just went
not.
with it.
I
You
did.
went with it.
I went with it. So this one lady came up and she said, "I want to take a picture with you. I've got to take this picture with you." And I'm posing. I mean, I'm striking a pose. Bam. Bam.
You put your
bam.
hand on your hip.
Put
You're
my
looking
hand on my hip.
sassy.
I was bam, bam. And Jill looking at me like, "Why is this lady taking a picture with you?" And I said, "Jill, she thinks I'm Keisha. She thinks I'm the other Black lady."
Because I was, and I still have pictures because I was taking pictures too because I couldn't believe it.
And Jill said, "What?" I said, "They think all Black people look alike. And just because I'm over here and there was only one other Black lady, she just figured it was me."
Me had to be you.
So Jill said, "How could you be so calm?" I said, "What? This is hilarious. I can't wait till she posts pictures saying I'm with Keisha King and it's not Keisha King. She want to be that stupid. Let her go right on ahead and do it." And Jill, she just looked. And then I remember you went and you spoke to someone and you came back. And she said, "How horrible that was." And I go, I'm used to it.
You took it all in stride. And it's like, I just got, and that was the first time I think I really got a real picture into your world that was different from mine. Because when we were there, I picked up on, we would walk up to people to talk, and I would pick up on their attitude. They would look at me and talk to me, but not you. And I noticed it, and I felt it was really, really hard for me because I like, why? Why aren't they looking you in the eye? Because it was a room full of white people. But I noticed that they treated you different, and that was sad to me. Really, really sad.
And we had a few moments in time where that had occurred, and you would go, "Why are they just completely disregard?" I mean, this is people that didn't know either me or you. This neutral setting had nothing to do with, Pastor Jay from Flagler County or the Honorable Jill Woolbright.
Didn't know either one of us.
No one knew anything, but it was that.
And it was very educational for me in the sense that I got to see from your eyes how the world looks at, still this day and age, looks at race.
You know, I was just so humbled by you just say you told me one day, you're like, I just admire how you handle all of this. How do you handle this? How do you deal with this every day? And people go, oh, this stuff doesn't happen. It's not real.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. It's not with everybody, right? But it's still out there. It's and I was raised during. I mean, I remember going to school when schools were desegregated. I remember all of that, and so I thought, in my world, that I thought it was mostly all gone. But then to travel and be with you and pick up on it and see my white peers not necessarily treat you as you should be treated. I was like, wow. It opened my eyes.
And of course, I'm like, it sucks to be them.
It does.
That's what I say. I'm like, Jill's like, I said, it sucks to be them. I'm amazing. Have you met me?
That was her tagline.
That was the way I always said it. I'm amazing. Have you met me? Hey, goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life. I should dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Hey, if I was them, I want to know me, want to talk about me too. So, and that's how I guess I've always dealt with things like this, with humor and with positive affirmation on myself, and just being able to go, hey, it is what it is, but recognizing. And I think people don't think that happens. Last week I did a show and I said, hey, everybody, I've been getting phone calls about how I'm doing all this black stuff. It's Black History Month. And they go, why you keep telling people you're black? Why you keep talking about black stuff? Well, because I'm black. And I mentioned this last week. So Carolyn, from a good friend of mine as well, she said she was listening to my show. She said she almost peed her pants. She laughed so hard. She went, oh my goodness, she is black. and this is Carolyn Mathis. I'm gonna give a shout out to her. Bartlett's on Ocean Shore. She has a wonderful, beautiful restaurant up there, and she's a good friend of mine. And she said, "Oh my goodness, you're black. I forget." And she's like, "Well, what am I?" I said, "Well, you're white chocolate or something like that." I think I told her. But we can talk about it. We can laugh about it. But really, it's not anything that when we're together that we discuss.
Rarely. I mean, sometimes things come up and I might check myself with you or check different things with you. And
You don't
or
do that often.
not
I
that
don't think.
often, but boy, when I was on the school board and things flew my way, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I said,
Yeah, you did. You
I
did.
did. But no, we don't talk about. We're just one blood. One
We are.
race.
We are one blood. There is only one race, and it's called the human race. And I'm grateful for your friendship. Have you noticed? I haven't really noticed any cultural differences. I can say this though, and don't start sending me hate mail, people. I'm gonna tell you right now. One of the things that I've noticed about, and maybe this is just the people that I know, and this isn't necessarily you, but sometimes I go and I travel and I have roommates that are different skin color than me. I've noticed that black people, me particularly, we use washcloths, instead of putting soap on our hands. Yeah, we use washcloths. That's something different. And what was the other crazy thing? I take showers at night instead of in the morning. So, have you noticed anything just a little bit different when it comes
You
to
pack a lot of stuff. That's what you do. I don't know if that has anything to do with race.
Girl, I'm a diva.
You are.
What are you talking about? I am a
2
diva. I'm a diva. Of course I pack a whole lot.
You do.
I mean, my shoes have to match my purse.
And your belt.
And my belt.
And your
That's it.
scarf.
Yes. Yes.
Your
And
eye
don't-
mask. And
yes.
your luggage.
And don't get me started on if it's cold outside, because then my gloves have to match my hat, which has to match all the other things. It's true. It's
And
true.
your jewelry.
Oh yeah.
Takes 30 minutes to put them all on. all the bracelets.
I don't think that has anything to do with me being black.
Oh.
But I like people get to know me a little bit better. You're very simple.
Yes.
But it has nothing to do with the color of your skin, I think, because you have just as many shoes as I do, Chica.
I do have a lot of shoes.
You got a lot of shoes.
I do.
A lot of shoes. All right, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere, guys. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Today with Pastor Jay. This is an interesting show. Moxie, he knows. Mark's like, y'all crazy.
We are.
Y'all are crazy. All right, I got to get my phone out because I want to talk about something else.
Oh, now she's going to get down and heavy.
Now we're getting ready to get down and heavy because I want to talk about something else really quick. Bam. Okay. I'm ready. Welcome back. Welcome back. You're listening to Today with Pastor Jay, and I have my good friend and bestie, Jill Woolbright, the Honorable Jill Woolbright here is in the studio, and we were just reminiscing, talking about some things for Black History Month, but what in the BOCC is going on in Flagler County? I got to say that because I have an opportunity to have you here, and just recently some foolishness came out. The Heidi Petito, the county administrator, I got to give a shout out to the Honorable Joan Anthony, who's what she said, I am a diva. So she's watching my show live. I got to put a disclaimer. Anything that I say can and will not be used against anybody that know me. I'm going to say that right now. And my opinion has nothing to do with the radio station. You know, they always have a disclaimer. But what in the BOCC is going on? And I say that because the county administrator, Heidi Petito, sent a letter out to the superintendent, LaShaka Moore, who's black, by the way. Y'all know it's Black History Month. It's all black. Oh, did I mention that the Honorable Joan Anthony's black, too? Got to throw that in there. So it's all about black stuff. Why you keep talking about black stuff? Because I'm black. But anyway, the county administrator sent a letter. Did you hear about this letter?
Yes.
To the superintendent, where they talking about defunding the police and all kinds of other stuff in here. Well, I say defunding the police because pretty much what they're saying is they don't have the funds or the money to take on these programs anymore, to include the school resource officers, that money that has been going, that the county has been paying.
Well, it was the legacy programs, which the legacy, the biggest bulk of that is the SROs.
The SROs, right. Now, and you're a former school board member. How does that even make you feel?
Oh, I thought it was ridiculous. There is no way. There's something more, because I don't think any board of county commissioners or sheriff would allow something that ridiculous to happen. You know, just to put it in perspective, here in Flagler County, the school system pays 50%, and the sheriff's office pays 50%, or the county commissioners pay 50% of the SROs in our schools, and our schools are very large. I just want to tell you, in Crossville, Tennessee, in Cumberland County, 60,000 people, they have just as many schools as we have here, but their schools are 500 large. Every school has a sheriff resource officer. The high schools, which are like 600 large, have 2. So they're much smaller, and they all still have sheriff resource officers. And guess who pays 100% of it?
Who pays for it?
Guess.
Not the school, I hope.
Not the school. School pays 0. The Board of County Commissioners
get
pay
this.
100%.
I'm looking at this letter. It says, while we deeply value the contributions these expenditures have made to our schools in the past, we must prioritize our resources to ensure, in other words, that's code. In my opinion, that's code for Flagler County schools. I'm mad at you because you pulled PAL out of the ILA. This is what I'm seeing. Yeah. This just me, this Geraldine talking here. That's what I see. So they decided they're going to defund or cut back on the contributions and transition out of these things that they've done. So that includes the SROs, that include the money for the Carver Center, and that include
Beltier Swim and Racket
which
Club.
I'm glad they should have done that. They need to get rid of that. And also the youth center over at the high school.
All services for children.
All the services for children. Flagler County Board of County Commissioners are trying to figure out how to transition all these things out. What I also find completely interesting is they don't particularly care. First of all, it's not their money. It's money, taxpayer money.
Right.
Why they act like it's their money?
It's
It's not their money.
No, it's not.
It's taxpayer money. I find that very interesting. Here's a little known tidbit. I don't think they realize this letter came out on February the 13th, right? Did you know it was sent one day before the anniversary of the Parkland massacre? They sent this letter out. February also is School Resource Officer Appreciation Month. And the Board of Flagler County Commissioners talking about they're going to have practically defund the police. The other thing I find interesting is Andy Dance was on the school board and he knew that this would devastate the district budget. It's not like you guys can print money or create money, meaning the school board can print money or create money. You don't have an income revenue source like that.
No, and the school system has a difficult time coming up with the 50% because it's not state funded, although it's state, but safety is mandated through the state legislature, but it's not funded. So, and every year the price has gone up like anything with inflation and everything. So there's no way that the school system can pick that up.
Well, you
So,
can't. The school can't levy taxes.
No, but the
You
Board
know,
of
to
County
cover the-
Commissioners can.
Oh yeah, to cover the deficiency. They can't do that. So what is Andy thinking? He should be fighting against this, not advocating for this. I just don't get it. It's not what again.
So I believe that things are never as they appear.
I know that.
So it's not really about the SROs, although, but it definitely gets people all excited, right, and gets everyone's attention, and definitely would get the school board members' attention and the district office attention, right, as well as parents and everybody else. But these are all these legacy programs are ones to do with children, and some of them, in fact, the SRO is the most expensive and the most important, right? So, but there has been differences for a while now between the county commissioners and the school board members, and they have, in that mix of things, are things that they have been battling back and forth with, which is, like you said, the Carver Gym and the PAL program and the sheriff's part of that. So
And
this,
the Carver Center is in the majority Black community here.
right. So this is about strategy. In my opinion, it's about strategy and playing this game and making things. I don't believe that Andy Dance and Sheriff Staley are on opposing sides of whatever this is really about. I think they're on the same team. I think they look like, but it looks like they're on opposing sides as a cover. There's something more to this because there's, like I said, there's no way.
I think it's retaliation because it's like, I know the Flagler County School Board did not want to sign the ILA in its present condition, putting PAL's name in the ILA, which is their separate nonprofit organization. So the school board, they did not sign it until some changes were made. And then now all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Oh, we're not going to give you any money for any of the programs, Flagler County School Board, because we can't afford it anymore.
Right, because the last I knew, the school board sent it back with some changes
They
for them.
did. They sent
And
it
have
back.
they heard back from the county commissioners?
Well, they
on that?
sent it back with several changes until they got it to where the school board thought that it was palatable for the community and also for them. But it hasn't been signed as of yet. There is the threat. I have a copy of it, threat of a lawsuit that if it's signed that the Board of Flagler County Commission is going to be sued along with everyone else that signs the ILA. Now, whether or not there's grounds for the lawsuit, I don't know. But come on, people. All of a sudden, they don't want to fund anything that has anything to do with Flagler County schools. Come on, really? Please. Plus, the other thing is, I would say, is mismanagement of money. I mean, let's look at all the lawsuits and all the foolishness and all the things. Somebody need to look in their budget, see where they've been spending their money. Because if they have a problem with where the money is going and what they're doing, and they want to cut these types of programs that's dealing with the safety of our students and the education of our youth and their well-being, then obviously something's wrong. Either we have crazy people at the helm of the Board of County Commissioners, or there's another thing happening.
And it's the same thing that's happened and got worse with the past superintendent, is that the relationship between the school board members and the county commissioner is not good. And the school board's relationship with the past superintendent caused ill will throughout the community because they weren't working with the city. They weren't working with, and they were fighting over these impact fees. And so everything's been a fight, and there's so much distrust between all the government entities in this community with the school board. And it's a shame because we have a school board and a new superintendent that don't deserve that could work well with the government entities, but there's just a distrust, and so they're manipulating, and it's a lot of gamemanship to get what they want. And
All right. Well, we got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Today with Pastor Jay. Okay. We have. Thanks, guys, for watching and listening. This is crazy, isn't it? Can I get let me get Jill Scott, So in Love. Mm-hmm. All right, and I'm gonna do that at the end of the show when I close out. Okay, but you might want to play a little bit so I can get just part of the. My anniversary is Wednesday, guys. Yes, it is, and I did 2 weeks of tributes to my husband this year. 2 weeks.
but who's counting?
That's right. We gotta move that up, but I like it. I did Anything for You last week. I did a couple of the other. Skip it up a little. Nah. I don't know. Don't want to do that one. Move up some. I just want the chorus part. Yeah, probably beginning of. Yep. Let's see, wherever you want to put that, because that's the only part I really need. And that's when I get ready to leave out for the day. So I'll just mention my sponsors, and then we'll come back and just talk about, I think we're good on the Board of County Commissioner stuff. So I'll bring it back to Black History. Do you have a favorite Black History hero other than me? I mean. Y'all should have seen her face. Did y'all see her face? This is in her face. Y'all should have seen that. Look at me like, what makes you think you worthy of some Black History tribute? That's a real friend right there. You got any? I mean, you taught school at Bennell Elementary School. Surely.
I want to talk about my past students from the Carver area.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they can be yours. How about that? All right, we're ready. Oh, I forgot. I got to do something during the break. Go ahead. We'll give a thank you and a shout out to Steve Verrier and Church on a Rock for sponsoring Today with Pastor Jay. I couldn't be on the air without you, so thank you so very much. So it's Black History Month. Surely there are some people throughout the years that you have chosen to admire, young or old.
Lots of people, but I think I want to make tribute to South Side of Bennell and all the years that I taught at Bennell Elementary.
How many years did you teach at Bennell?
Most of my career, I started in 1991 there and ended my career there, but I just, because I taught at Bunnell, I have a healthy respect for the people on the South Side and all the community, the history of the community. And I've taught generations.
You sure
I
have.
taught some amazing kids that came from the South Side, and taught their kids,
Mm.
which is really awesome. And I've seen some of them go down the wrong path, and then through God's grace and mercy, turn their lives completely around, and then become leaders in the South Side of their community, and coach basketball. And I mean, I just have a love for many of the families there because I taught a lot of their siblings and their aunts, their cousins, and and some of the people that worked in the school system were such great help for me. I'm going to give a shout out to Rosa Baldwin. I just love her, and she was in the system, worked in the schools with me for many, many years. And if I had issues and I didn't understand how to handle a child, or if I couldn't get a parent to come speak to me, or I wanted to reach someone, and I knew that she might have a connection to that family, I would go to her and I would ask
Wow.
for help. And I'd say, and I would say, Rosa, Miss Rosa, who do you know this child, or do you know their family, or do you know someone that knows their family?
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to speak to them, or I need to speak to someone that's in this child's life because I need their help. And she would do that for me.
Wow.
And I just loved her. There, even today, I can't tell you the last time I saw her. And there are others. There was Miss May in the cafeteria. Um, there was just others
Just
that
local heroes.
there was David Williams as a custodian at Bunnell for years and years and years. And he, last school board meeting I watched, that
Mm-hmm.
he addressed the board over the Carver gym and stuff that's going on. They are
Wow.
just good people. And it harms me when I watch and feel like their wisdom and their knowledge and their influence
Mm-hmm.
that can only come from them,
Right.
because I'm not blackety black black, and a lot of people aren't blackety black black that are in these children's lives,
Right.
and they're on that south side of the
And they
community
understand what's
with
going
them.
on, and
They
they're minimizing
understand
them.
because they have
Mm-hmm.
walked the walk. They understand
What's
so they
needed and
what's
what's going
needed,
on.
and have made good lives for themselves and have come through the other end, so they know the path
And they're
and the way
mentoring
to
others.
mentor them.
Yeah.
And it just breaks my heart to see them be disrespected, or for them to walk away feeling unheard and
Mm-hmm.
unappreciated, because this should be a beautiful collaboration with the school system that has resources, the county commissioner that has resources,
Mm-hmm.
and resources and understandings, but everyone should come to the table with what they have, and they should respect the differences of what everyone
And
brings
honor
to
and
to the
honor them.
table, and
Yeah.
honor it equally.
You grieved with me and cried with me. I know you did when they had the segregation at Bunnell Elementary School
I did.
last year. And just thinking about that right now, I mean, I just tear up because I know those children, but you grieved and you cried and you wept because those were,
My babies.
yeah, those were your
And the
babies.
minute and this is the thing, I knew many of the people involved, right?
Right.
I knew the principal, I knew the teacher, I knew many people involved. And it's just sad to me that we cannot come to understandings of each other when those people are good people. They're just misguided. And the here's the thing, if you don't intend to do something harmful, it doesn't matter, it's still harmful.
That's right.
It's still harmful. Intent has nothing to do with
Right.
it. The effect on a child, what has something to do with it. And when I heard what happened at Bunnell, my red flags as an educator just went screaming like, no, no. There was no way I
Mm,
would, and I can say this in all honesty, that if I had heard of that, that I would have allowed that to happen,
that's right.
because
You wouldn't have allowed it. That's right.
you know what? White people can abuse white kids or mistreat white kids or have poor judgment over white kids.
That's right.
Black people can have poor judgment or abuse or have mistreat black kids.
That's right.
You don't, and white people should not hide behind a black person to do something and say, well, it's okay because a black person did it to a black kid. That, or white people doing the same thing. We are one race and one blood, and we are people.
That's right.
But-
So what's the path forward, you think? What's
The path forward is to the people are burned out trying to reach the unreachable that they think. So they, they try to reach this family in the beginning of the year, they don't get a response. They try to reach this family at the beginning of the year, they don't get a response. Well, maybe you're not getting a response from that family because that family's overworked, overtired, or a single parent, or maybe they have really bad memories of school. And they
That's
have
true. You
really,
just never
they
know.
have scars
people
of school.
respond
You
from
don't
their
know.
hurt. They
So-
respond from their
from their
circumstance and
pains
from
and-
their pain. That's
so
it.
you find ways to reach
and their
people.
experience. They respond from their experience.
It's not just about relationships with the kids, it's about relationships with their families.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. And it's always a joy, and I love you. We'll
I
have
love
you
you
back
too.
again. Well, speaking of love, my anniversary is on the 28th, and I just want to tell my boo, my baby, he's all that, a bag of chips, a knee-high soda, and a chocolate chip cookie. Happy anniversary, baby. I love you, and I am so in love with you. All right, guys. You know what blah, blah, blah. All right, guys. You know what I say? Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not promised. What are you going to do? Today, you're going to hug the one you love, no matter what color they are. God bless you. Have a great day. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Isn't it boring?
It was not boring. It was a good show. She didn't want to be seen, but we're going to show her. There she is. And the one over there in the corner acting like she had nothing to do with anything. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching.